All right, hey everybody. So I'm going to be telling you a few lessons from businesses that I've been working with. I primarily work with local businesses and help them with lead gen and content creation. Now, when it comes to business or lead generation, number one, no matter how long you've been in the market, not everybody knows you. So I'm still getting this thing down here. So, number one, um, I'm currently working with one business in particular, and it's a cosmetic clinic. And this individual has been in this specific location for, I think, 15 plus years now. And it's a community. Like, it's not a city, it's a community. And people still do not know his what his primary field is, nor what services he does sell. So what I need you to do is I need you to stop thinking, which as a business owner, you're always thinking everybody knows me. I have the best product, the best services. The truth is, no matter how long you've been in this location industry for, there's people that still do not know you. Okay? And you will be very surprised. Sorry, I'm using this pen here. It's new to me. So, and you'll be very surprised how many people actually do not know what you do. It is super, super shocking. So what you need to do in 2025 and onwards, there are no more excuses for not producing content, either both organic and paid. There's no more excuses. With the elephant in the room being AI is going to displace a ton of business, a ton of employees. It's going to really, really shake up the economy. And I don't think us humans are prepared for it. But, and I mean, the reason is too, if you're kind of within the like influencer space and you're keeping up to date with a lot of it, everyone is now pivoting their offers to personal branding. They're helping people now with personal branding. Why? Because AI is going to take a lot of your work. And so if you don't have a personal brand, a lot of people are going to just use AI. So you need to now, in 2025 and onwards, have or start creating a personal brand, whether that is just your business, whether that is actual personal brand. You should do both. So you need to have content. You need to be making consistently content. Oh. Yeah, I still got to figure this out. You need to be making content, both organic and paid. Okay. That is how you're going to win the game. Now, obviously, paid is a lot more difficult. And if you're just starting out, you'll even find organics very difficult as well. Okay? It is not easy. It is not easy. Specifically paid, because you're basically, you got to pay to play, obviously. So you're basically losing money at the start if you don't have proper help, proper operations set up, proper systems set in place to help you actually maximize what you're doing. So if you're just a beginner at this, like most of us are, just kind of do organic. And you just really, like, again, there's no more excuses. You should have been doing this yesterday. So if you're a local business, if you're a business at all, or you're just trying to gain market share, mind share within your consumer's mind, then you need to be actively, and I mean very actively, starting today, making content, both organic and paid. And I'll show you how that works here shortly. Very crucial. And stop thinking that everyone knows you. Okay, there are still tons of people that do not know you. They do not know you do a certain service. Specifically, if you are like more of a niche business, like if you're not if you're not a everyday business that people come to you every day, such as maybe a plumbing business, which I'm actually helping an individual out right now. How often are they coming to you for plumbing parts? Well, only when there's emergencies, right? So that's more of an intent-based consumer, but still you need to be producing content. And it makes your life a lot easier when you're on that sales call and they already have consumed, they're already pre-framed, they're already pre-sold. All they have to do is say, yes, I want to buy. And basically you just don't have to screw it up. That's pretty much it. So do not assume that people know you, number one. Number two, yesterday you should have been making organic content and paid content. And again, you are paying to play. So for the paid stuff, just assume you're going to lose money and get on with it or hire somebody. Okay, that's number one. Number two. Number two being, how do I, number two being your systems. Most businesses, specifically local businesses or businesses just starting out, don't even have a CRM, right? So when it comes to marketing and sales, you're trying to get more people. You obviously probably think you're the best business within your area. You have the best services. You have the best clients. All this stuff, which is fine. The problem is you probably don't even have the systems. You probably don't even have a CRM. So when it comes to marketing sales, a lot of it is about frequency. Again, this notion of mind share. If the customer has a problem today, who are they going to? Are they going to you? Are they going to your competitors? Well, whoever's producing organic content and paid content is going to win that game 9 times out of 10. Right? So gone are the days where you're just going to put a sign up. Gone are the days where you're just going to put a sign up outside your walls and assume people are just going to come strolling in. Right? That's just not going to do it. That will not cut it. So number two, you need systems. Specifically, you need a CRM. You need like some type of frequency, touch points, which is the organic and paid. You need to be hitting them with emails, SMSs, all this other stuff. And so when it comes to systems, have a proper CRM and know how to use it. Most business owners don't have a CRM, nor do they know how to use it. So you're on the back foot already, right? These two things here, and specifically to be more direct, when it comes to systems, all this is going to do is this is going to help making buying from you a lot easier. So if you have, let's do it this way. I don't know how to make this. If you have these two things already, this is a great start. Or if you're not, start implementing these things, and it's a great start. Because this here, both of these, will increase your profits. Okay. Apologies about the writing again. I'm just figuring out how to use this. Profits. Okay. So, and the beautiful thing about this too is it's a 3-prong approach. Just think of it as mind share or frequency. It's sheer exposure at this point. How do I get more exposure, right? So, for instance, if you take two people, one you've never seen before in your life, and the other one maybe you've seen even once, who are you more likely to walk towards, if you had to walk to anybody? It would probably be the individual you've seen at least once. Now imagine that within a local market, and imagine that within a global or international market. You need mind share because the market, majority of people, number 3, do not want to buy. I forget the stats, but majority of people are not going to say, here's my credit card, buy it today. That's not going to happen. So we have these two. If you look at it at kind of like a net, right? Imagine this is a net here. So you have a nice net, and what's happening is that you're going to run your organic, you're going to run content this way. And then the what's trickling down, imagine the buyers don't buy, you're going to catch them in the net. And this net is simply your CRM and systems. The email follow-ups, the SMSs, the just constant touch points along with your content. So that when they do want to buy, you become top of mind because you've been around and you haven't gone anywhere. And now you're making more money. But you have to realize there is a conversion cycle. And the higher the price point of your service, all that's going to mean is that the higher the price point of your service, all that means is that you are going to have to nurture your leads a lot more, or your community a lot more, right? So, for instance, if you're more likely to spend something, more likely to purchase something that's $1 than $100, then $200, so on and so forth. And a great example is just your classic home buying. So if you're in the position to buy a home or you're looking for a home, fantastic. Or imagine just buying a car. It's a big deal. It's not an everyday purchase. It's expensive. There's so many options. And you're being targeted by obviously so many other car brands. Who do you go with? And the cycle on that, I'm not too sure how long it is. But for the brand that is marketing, which a lot of them do, I mean, the consumer goes through a crazy cycle. They have to research the product. They're going to look at different models. They're going to look at different colors. They're going to look at different brands. They're going to talk to their friends, their neighbors. They're going to talk to their dog. They're going to talk to everybody. And then they're going to think about buying. And then they're not going to buy. And then they're maybe going to buy something else. And then that's going to be put on the back burner. Or something happens where and now they don't have the funds anymore. So there's all these variables and all these unknowns when it comes to purchasing your product. But what I do know is that if you are this individual here that just doesn't go away, right? They're going to call you lucky. Oh, it's lucky that they came and bought from you. No. I've been programming them. I've been basically brainwashing them into believing me for months on end, days on end, weeks on end, whatever the case may be, or however long your cycle is. That now down here, finally, I am reaping the rewards of all this effort up top here. Right? Finally, now I can say, wow, that made me profit or revenue. Let's talk in profit. Right? That's what we're trying to do. And that's why, basically, again, Tony Robbins said it best, proximity is power. And maybe I can't be by your side, shoulder to shoulder with you, 24/7, or you can't with your prospect. But basically, the content is doing that for you. If you can hear me, you can see me, you're darn pretty close to me. Okay? That is what's going to happen. And then finally, you're going to make this profit here. And with a lot of this, you will see that there is a lagging indicator. Right? You're going to run the ads today, okay, or you're going to produce content, right? So let's do this here. You're going to do paid today, for instance. You're going to put out your advertisement. That's the best, the greatest thing in the world. Let me tell you, it's not going to be. Right? So you're going to put out your paid in content, and you're not going to see the rewards of that for a little bit. And depending on your market, right? Local businesses, if you are local and you're listening to this, you already probably have the trust built because you've been probably within that area for years on years. So the trust is already there. So really when it comes to it, all you have to really work on is your offer. What are you offering? Do people want it? And you will find that out actually through the paid, right? People don't like losing money, but when it comes to paid content, it's a game that if you can if you can play it properly with the big boys, you are going to be making money. Like Russell Brunson says it best, if you can find out a machine where you put $1 in and you get $1 back, or you put in $1 and you make $5 back, you're never going to be an individual that does not have money. Or at least lead generation is not an issue. You probably have some holes in the business elsewhere, but lead generation is not going to be an issue. And a lot of people suffer with lead gen. It's one of the main issues. That's why everyone offers you lead gen, because everyone has difficulties getting leads or more business. So if you can figure out paid advertising, you can really make print money, essentially. Like, that is, what other game do you want to be playing? You can print money if you just find out paid advertising. Now, yes, it is getting harder. Obviously, a lot of people run ads and everything. That's why you're going to do this. You're going to go organic. Dang it. You're going to go organic. You're going to go organic. My goodness, today is not my day. You're going to go organic. You're going to go paid. And then, what else? This net here we talked about above. What also you're going to do is you're going to take the data from that, and now we're going to retarget the people that saw your content. So basically, they're going to be thinking, this individual is everywhere. And I think we've all been there, where the algo is just giving us the same. Like, the platforms themselves, if you're posting on there a lot, are going to give you free advertising anyways, just for posting content. It's basically like, here you go, we see you're active, here's some eyeballs, right? That's the organic stuff. And then there's the paid stuff, and then there's the retargeting stuff. So you basically have this big funnel where, and again, like I said, which I was trying to get to, I think we've all been there, where we started maybe watching someone, and then the platforms started giving us more content of them, and then they started probably running ads to us, and then they probably started retargeting us, and you're just like, oh my goodness, this person is everywhere. I can't get away from them. Like that, I mean, that's what they're doing. And then obviously you're going to go through, you're probably going to go, again, they're going to go some lead magnet, right? How to lose weight in 10 days kind of thing. They're going to give you a lead magnet, and then they're going to start targeting you from their CRM system, which we talked about up here, right? Now you're in their email funnel, right? They're going to do an email sequence. Hey, you're trying to lose 10 pounds in 4 days. Have you seen our thing? Or here's how to get started. And they're going to do like a 7-day email sequence, a 30-day email sequence. And then eventually they're going to keep hitting you with it. They're going to do testimonials. They're going to do case studies, which is just better testimonials. Then they're going to do some more emails. Then they're going to do some more content. Then you're going to open up your IG and they're there. Then you're going to open up your TikTok and they're there. Then you're going to open up everything and you're there. And you're like, and then they're there. And then you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't get away from this guy. And then they're going to offer you their low ticket. Let me do a different color. Then they're going to offer you their low ticket because, let's do, no, it's way too thin. Gotta go thicker. Then what they're going to do is, now you're in their ecosystem. You trust them. They have credibility because of the case studies, the testimonials, the emails. You're starting to like them. Then you're going to buy their low ticket product. And voila, you just made some money. Low ticket product, lowest barrier to entry, and you are in their ecosystem. Now, assuming this does work, it should work. Their lead magnet, it should be of value. Email. They buy, and assuming this product here helps them solve something. And what you will see, this comes from Taylor. Is mine skipping me right now? But basically, what he does is he makes his products. Funny enough, his products are basically the main sticking points that the avatar goes through. So if it's weight loss, for instance, what he's going to do is this here is going to be how to do macro calculations, for instance, or how to, let's just go how to set up macros, right? Because a lot of people do not know how to calculate their macros. They don't know how much they're eating. That's probably going to be the lead magnet because that's not that much value. But that's probably going to be up here. You're going to get them through. And then this here will be maybe, one of the things is going to be how to put on 10 pounds of muscle. Because a lot of people probably want to put on muscle. And it's probably a big thing that it's a big sticking point of that consumer. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sell them another project. You're going to sell them another thing, which is probably going to be how to lose weight. Or vice versa, depending what's your goal kind of thing. But they're probably going to have many products for this type of consumer. And then, and only then, when you trust them, you've bought from them, you like them, they're family to you. They're going to sell you. And at that point, if it all works out, I love the meme where it's like basically just take my money. You are the individual screaming to them, please take my money. And then they have sold you the big thing. And then you're probably in there for a few months because their LTV probably is a little high, which is great for them. You're going to spend it, and then on we go. And then if you churn, that's fine. You are back up to the top. And you're going to trickle down, buy something, churn, and then you're back at the top. That is what's going to happen. So you go all the way. From creating content. So, for instance, the individual I'm working with, the cosmetic individual, their practice, I'm getting him to start YouTube. Funny enough. Why? Because I think he has a great brand. And I think he's been in the industry for a very long time, has great credentials. I think there could be a play with YouTube. And again, all we're going to do with him is you're going to create content. We're going to do organic content. Probably for most of you, we're going to start on IG. That's fine. You're going to create organic. Then you're going to do some paid. And then you're going to basically take that data, retarget, them, and then they're going to like you, trust you, believe you. Okay? That's pretty much it. And you should have been doing this yesterday. Just like with my personal brand. I should have been doing this years ago. But now, I'm doing it now, kind of thing. Which is fine. Again, you can't do everything all at once. But this is basically what you're going to do. You're going to set up these systems. You're going to set up your content system. Right? Your content system. These are your content pillars. You're going to set up your CRM system. Right? Which is basically the follow-ups. The texts. I don't know, gifts, whatever you want to do. There's various methods here. I would say send gifts as well. It's fantastic, especially in the local market. That just really builds trust if you can just send them a bottle of wine, ship them a bottle of wine, a card, whatever it may be. And the thing Cialdini, Robert Cialdini, he's the one that made 48 Powers of Law. He's great books. There's a great reciprocity. So reciprocity is a pain in the butt if you don't know how to deal with it. There's a great podcast, My First Million, and one of them, Sam Parr and Sean, I guess you could say, the co-hosts. They don't. They are careful to take things from others because they know, and it's not just. I mean, it's not the giver's fault. It's just the way the brain works is if I give you something, you're gonna want to give me something back. And the problem with reciprocity is there is no even playing field. It's hard to gauge. So if I give you $5, you're gonna give me $20, and then you're going to think you didn't do enough, so you're going to want to give me $30, $40, $50, and then you're going to want to do something else for me. It's absolutely insane. And so if you're on the wrong end of it, obviously it sucks. But for us, that's why the lead magnet is so important. That's why everyone loves lead magnets. It's because you're playing into that bias, that human bias, that again, that caveman brain that is so hard to avoid. So be careful. But you're going to do the text messages. And then you're going to send them some stuff. You're going to send them a card. Hey, thank you for your business. We appreciate it. You've been with us X amount of times. How do you know that? Through the CRM, because you're tracking all this data. You know your customers. You know their stuff. Boom. And then you're going to continue downwards. They're going to hop on a call. And what's going to happen? They're pre-sold. They like you. They're retargeting from you. They think you're the greatest in that industry. You can solve all the problems. And then they're going to buy from you when they are ready. Right? So you can do this all today. But if you only do it for one day, it's not really going to matter all that much. Right? Because you're going to get left out because sheer exposure, sheer frequency of just seeing your face does so much. And the end result is, if you all do it well, they have no other option. Like, that is the beautiful thing. And it's not easy, don't get me wrong. But there is no other option for the consumer, essentially. If you play your cards right, you run organic, you run paid, you run retargeting, you have good follow-up systems, you have a good CRM, they like you, they care about you, there is no other option for them to go to someone else. It just does not work. Right? Because you're top of mind. If you need plumbing done, who are you going to go to? Your favorite plumber. Right? Because he's come over before and all this other stuff. But imagine that your plumber is doing all this stuff, which they're not. But imagine, and that is the other thing, pause. That is the other thing about local businesses. It's so easy to win locally. Right? Internationally, globally, it's a whole different story. But for local businesses, you're competing against 5 others, maybe, for instance. Right? Now, obviously, depending on the niche, maybe it's 50 others. Majority of those people are not doing this, don't even know about this. Like, you'll be surprised just from running a few ads. Maybe it does work your first time because it is local. Again, you've built that trust. People know you already, and they're like, yeah, you know what? I do need this service right now. Boom. Okay? If you do this on a global market, good luck. It's a little harder, right? That's why creating these systems is so important. And if you can do it now, in your local environment where you've been, your home base, man, oh man, you can absolutely crush it. So for this cosmetic client of mine, for instance, there's other people doing his service, which again is fine, but they're not advertising. So who do they go to? Who do they go to? Like I was saying, there is no other option. Who do they go to? They go to him because he is top of mind. Okay? He is basically top of mind, which I like to call mind share. He is stealing mind share from them so that their competitors do not infiltrate the part of the mind that he is taking from their consumer, from the client, right? You do this and your service works, which ideally it does, there is no other option for them to go somewhere else. It's frequency. And again, for local businesses, frequency, for instance, like how many times are they seeing your face? Right? So if you're running, there we go. If you're running content, how many times, that's why it's so important to be doing this. How many times are they seeing your face? Frequency F equals, I guess, money maybe. But not as easy as that. But they just need to be seeing your face. And realistically, the funny part is, it's just how humans work. Realistically, you could just get attention. In 2025, right, as we know, attention is the new currency. You want to control the eyeballs. You want eyeballs on you, your business, X, Y, and Z. And then from there, you create goodwill, which you're doing through the CRM, through the organic, through the paid, all this other stuff. And ideally, you've been in that spot for a very long time where they already know and trust you, kind of thing. But again, not everyone will, so that's why it's important to do these steps. But when you're here, when you're at this stage here, frequency is so important. That's why you need to be creating lots of content. That's why if you look at all the businesses, all the billionaires, what are they doing? They're going fully in on content. It's more of a content machine than an actual business. Because if you control the eyeballs, you can literally sell them anything. That is the crazy part. That is absolutely the crazy part. You'll be shocked what you can sell these people. You can sell these people, and that's where, I mean, as stupid as it sounds, with great power comes great responsibility, right? Because you have the power to basically direct them any way you want. Right? That's why scammers make so much money. Because you trust them eventually and then you're scammed. Kind of thing. Right? If they play long enough. But it's crazy. You can sell, once you're in this spot here and you're doing all these steps, obviously you're not going to scam them. You're going to provide a valuable service that they want, but you can sell them just about anything. Because they believe you, they trust you, they've seen the case studies, and then they're just like, take my money. Okay? So, that is one long video, but an important video. Whether you're a local business or not, this is kind of the game plan you need to be following. Something I'm doing with my current clients right now. And a lot of them don't even have 1 and 2 in place. So we're currently setting that up. But this is it here. And then you will hear, as a business owner, or if you're starting to do business or whatever, you will hear, oh, you do that thing. Oh, you do this service. Oh, I saw your ads, all this, I see your content, all this stuff. You will start to hear that. And that shows it's working. That shows you're gaining mind share within your consumer. And that is soon, whether you like it or not, most of you are going to like it, lead here to profits. It just takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of nurturing. You got to date before marriage, right? Kind of thing. So, with that being said, thank you all. Love you. And we'll talk soon.